Nimbola Vinaka na viwakani ni sema tiko mai na Vinaka ni koa au klani ngoni singa tambuti ngoma iviti viketongo i Amerika se singa wakaro tiko o papi ni Vinaka na nomu ni sema rau mai na ndona veitalanoa ngona ikene matai ni tolu na veitalanoa na mwani madongo verona marama rua ro tiko ngo na vunolevo Amerika and loma ngani ndone au abi mama meongo and then vitano tu kini kerona marama ndaulang sere mai nonta puno mai viti neta eta ngone rongo ke sesi Bex Peterson mai New Zealand ke ni mataka ndana sema sartiko ibarani se kive vika rawada e na neto na vitano tiko ngana ulutanga bunga weekend enda sa rongo te tiko ngo en vuku ni i viva kararao take do yado en loma ni vale sela dana beka baka pertanian na domestic violence o kla ni bunga vike mnio ni sa rede tikumpeka na newspaper o kla era na levu tal tikumpeka na viva kani era na sema tikumena kabina ni kuwa ko ngani kino viva tulo sa katiko ke vira ke sara na vivu vale so ni baka rongo tikumena kabini kuwa en ndonga na veitalanoa leka leka wale nga en nito na viva sei tikunga en ulutanga bimbiongo ulutanga tarik kenda ke sara na viva kani na nonta puno mai viti sema wala ngai viti ke mamitalangana tiko ni ngoi pono tani enda na vitano taka tiko ke rona marama o choka beti Hutson ke Amele tambue Tarakinikini ena salongoni sale so enda roni soli baka sama kina menda vira na luvenda ngone lewa bakatalanga kina vira na marama ena vuku ni vika raundi radaka bakepka eros tama tikumbeka sona dredre ena non rambula ya baka mata bobale bakambul sarchkan vikim ni kedan buno da banga au ni sama tikumikina na sinibena kani kwa me baka ngala keni baka rawi nanto ngana sere ena baka tangita keni ngome tikubutaka na nanta veitalanoa buno da banga ni sama tikumikina mi lambasa semino sori semisinga toka semiraki-raki sa ngori tukani ngona bakambula vikim ni todok sara me bukan ki tuti ko ni bakayao dole bunangon ki tentu bakana na ni kini viti and then na rongo ta tarna ser to toka tentu rongo ta tiko and na nongo program na ser na bonua domoni Vinaka vakalevu
Sai vidi loma ni na
Vinaka vale besar na seri totoka ya ndakilani kilaiteni obite na veka ndakilaiteni kina mate matangaya na buturarani gito na sarvanua kena veka taleso ia na veitalanoa ni koa na tarati ko na ulutaga bibi sara kilai nindandou siang so sara nindandou veitalanoa takambeka na matana levu senda veitalanoa takambeka vakawasoma o samba ni nano makina o kera ngona be lavona sigvina ni koa meuna tek puna mante tolu na veitalanoa na mua ni madongo na ulutaga saranga ni veka o saba matal takote ni luia na veka do ya na viva kararau taki do vakai dori na loma ni vale ro sa tik ngoro na tabulangi do sia masartu ke ngoi California do sia masartu ko mai na city level New York mitara bakambula sara mandango virau choka beti Hutson ke Amele Tarakinikini choka beti bakambula manda veirera bakorongo tiko mai sanga ngolen be Amele ranga ni unmute tadingo
Vinaka nimbula Vinaka ket sarmai nanoanda ni barang tiku mana kavinak ni ko ya kavitiku ni singa baruai na vanuango California sabakan bola tika ni weekend do ket sarna lubi viti mai nanda vanu lamani viti kibi wakata lagi ni weekend ket sarna lubi viti anda tu na we sai bora nimbula ni mata Vinaka mai na kavinak ni ko
kavinak bale besar choka beti Amele naka
Nakavalevu Dr. T na veisureti ana kavini ko savia wati toka na vima mani walu na kavini waruai na East Coast mbola tiako any vekemdrana marama ya kangu Dr. T bataki Mrs. Hutson mbola talangavy kemnina wekanda ni warong tiko mai viti kena vea sai vuravuran da ndui tiko bakai tiko kina naka
Vinaka vale besar Vinaka choka beti Vinaka Amele ia mepka ngau ni sarong tiko mai na veitalanoa digitaka mo to veitalanoa kina choka beti rombek ngani o tika bula na veitalanoa na vuku tiko ngani ulutaga na vivakararau taki na loma ni violence na domestic violence aroni wasei manda na nomu rai wakatiki ko choka beti na nomu rai nindoana marama itoke kena veka ambea ko lako curuma na nomu asitiko bole mai viti
Klani da sabuta na vosa na domestic violence veo ramba ilevu ramba ilevu levu na ka o kati tukina matani tikina violence na abuse tiko na mental na physical and the mere tiko ninge kena gendo mere na ni sambasi ke tumba ya na physical tiko mai na mental and emotional na ve yasa ni nanda mbula tarama ina kakengo menge imbasi kamai na physical nge imbasi kamai na nge imbasi kamai tumba barete ki kwa mai tumba na physical kwa ya dukina ya na me osali physically violate some physical violence na domestic violence kalau making na violence or abuse physically abuse someone. Yeah, so kakete etiku utiku mai bena nonda vakasama nona mu mentally abuse somebody ale bakabona talebna kai be nanu yakana koi abuse tekitiko bakatalen kendo koi takabitiko na balbalongoka elevuna ka era tekivu mai na levuna ka ve ai se da no munro no na no mai tiko keta mai min kala lai sange lako tiko era lako mai liu na nonda vakasama ele afecta kana nonda emotion sangele basica mai tumba in the physical
Dinosar Vinaka choka beti Amele roni o sema também na veitalanoa ulutaga
Ngondo no ulutanga mbimbi and quite a very sensitive topic to discuss. Ikimnina barong tigmay. Mateni kauna kere, don't judge us. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not an expert in this field, but I'm a wife. I'm a mother of 4 daughters. I'm a grandmother. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm an aunt. Mateni ka ninda rongodana domestic violence. Mateno na kerkermo Dr. Time kito veitalanoa. Wakasamtako message listal. I'm not an expert in this field, so I don't think I have the authority to speak. Which is sangibatarong taliba malo se davana inakini vitalano kamnikua. Then towards the end I said, okay, I'll join you ladies. So I kind of started looking up, even what is domestic violence? So one of the definitions I found, domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior used to gain or keep power and control over another person in a relationship. If that's really what domestic violence is all about. Because at Joey, that so no one can the sense that domestic violence. So she's mentioned some of the signs. It comes in different forms. So there's verbal abuse. Class no one that would to son of wasei. Gikandani toki vakando mata to weekend na veivale, like we find it funny to make fun of people. I don't know, maybe I've been away for too long. Like, when people say something, you hold them accountable to their words. Yeviti, vakae lako na veivale, sali, sonongan sali sivia, class antu do banga takatu. I mean, I've really been thinking seriously from, when Dr. T, I was on the road. So I was in traffic, sitting down for hours in traffic. That's why I could read her message. So I started thinking, ni sandenteno da mai tuvango, ni lako ni viti, so ni vara orida baka. I find it insulting to me, Baka sonongo na nanda viwali ba vitabaleni. I find it's too much, So there's the verbal abuse, na wasn't the wuta sonongo na degrading people. Klan da wuta to sonongo wasa kende sinklali vama botak na yalo. Physical abuse. Kosaliya sarkina me can do even a touch, just to touch you without even, the lawyers can describe all this. So you have the physical abuse, where slapping, kicking, any touch or, physical action. And then you have the emotional abuse. So wakamendo me control tiko say manipulate tiko that you really have no control of how you're thinking. You are under someone's control all the time, manipulating you how to think, how to feel, how to respond. You're not free. And then you have the sexual abuse, whereby you being forced to engage in any kind of unwanted sexual act. And then you have financial abuse. Clear? So namarama to financial abuse. Their husband don't give them money. Since na ilavo. So wuntek virna ilavo. Na kakir bango but ini kan sare nga sale moko ka sale avsar sale mate. Yan da seng mande nirri na kaya the tiko me da ni sale yado ya. Kete ke lirre nga sanda ke vitalo taktu sale ngoka. But there are things happening. In do sale yado basarana stage am sale mate. Me moko me mate. Hasa otu ni ka me yado banando na tamata tambiani. Kemba lo kwe bi moko tiko. O kwa talanga ibi na katana bi buke. Kwa talanga needs help. You can donate okay. I must say this, when we are told, go for therapy, go talk to someone. Sometimes we think going to therapy is a sign of weakness. It is not. You need help. So in a relationship, abusive relationship like that, you both need help. O tangani o help. Jesomna nangon kenda nanda veivala tikba viwetini. there's abuse going in there, which we are not aware of. That's red flag. So no one can say the sini boss and the sini report taka. So no one lately no lako ni vit. Dona kaya have to go next door. Kamoku to go in door. Or to send go wellinga. Hey, you could do what you go. What? You know, like in America, we've been taught you see something, you say something. Eviti. Sa singkla sa bakasa nunu tu nanda bakasam. And the saratan kasat to sa we accepted it. You irtalana victims, kango. I mean, I've never experienced it, but I've known, people that have experienced it to a point they are helpless. Ni sonongon dalak me dakakan do veitalanoa tiko. Klang kirubi bal matakanikoa. That's calling for help. Ninga mi talo chike kembal kosa mi kerbi buki chike sini kerea yanona talo tiko. The person is looking for help. So there's so many things involved, and Koka, I'm really asking that I'm not judged, but it's quite harsh to say some of my observations. Ni have any vitikla unge wakasamtaka kitu susu inda susu mai na maram tinangu kondo batambuya kitu nela me kitu lak nonrto room na tangani tambu na ndambe nonro ndam na dorbo tambu go. And I used to think like this is too much, but now when I think back, those were the basics guidelines that taught me to know I respect the opposite sex, I respect my brother, and my brothers respect me. And if I'm out somewhere, my brother is looking out for me. Na matagal ka, yang ko sandariva. Tamaningoni sa ngunu patakina lubiana lao. Vinganeni sa ngunu bata sa ranguni angona bata. Sa liu na siyo. I'm sorry to say, maybe like I said, please forgive me. I don't want to judge, but yana nungu observation you lako ni viti. I find it like weird to me. Ongi baka samtak chiko. Apart from poverty, because poverty also has a part to play in this. Na vilutaki ni matintu, na nondra vilutaki na nonde liu. Everything starts from leadership and trickles down to the community. So the leaders have to be held accountable. They have a part to play in this. The families, na nonda structure ni bobale, nonda structure ni vanua. Sa komandanga yan, ninda alak ni bangon samate. Sarang uning kono patikiftu, tangane leo. Wachingan darong atento na kayado, Ro leitin, ro sala sarungo, ro la saroya. So where do we fix this problem? The United Nations cannot fix the problem.
Tiko usala ngai vale. Tiko na erotukunu
Maybe just my thinking. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm thinking out loud. There was a reason why my mother taught us that. Maybe she wasn't thinking this far, but education. But how much of what kind of education? On the culture, the sinivitalo takto. Yeah, new bare the chicken na just kind of Google the data. America mandango with about 331.9 million population. There's about 10 million domestic violence every year in America. Ye viti, navonualila yo viti, there's Dona figures already vertona Women's Crisis Center to 64%. Ortona FBC already under to news article about 72% of women. That's an alarming number.
Big amount,
For a small population like Fiji. This is, and it continues to rise. So what is going on? This is something we have to talk about at every level in our community. I'm
Absolutely.
not, but I'm not judging people who drink grog, but it's just what I'm saying, that own observation.
Yes.
Nirsa ngunyang kon bata dorbo ngunelewa bingan neni sa senga klakan do babulite man bingan nen da vitambui nirangan tabalanda kindarin yang ko sa lako babitalia
Tabi wakito doko
tabi walin duka sa da buti to sono bosa ta kilkil sa dondo na tamata me da buti to sono bosa ba, and no one holds them accountable. Ondo baka samta kini viivale kitse kalem da buti andan ka tambu na bosangori siri no da buta na bosangori ndambi tiko na nemu ya odisa no ni tabi tiko na ngonongo na mategeli bosa ba me babuli kenda o bango di sa tu na lenga bango. We all have to, self-reflect na kaya the tiko
and being responsible for whatever action.
Me ado na kangor to bimbitik me na women's crisis yang to na upisa na matentu na lotu, and really what bothers me dono puno bakai viti ninda sa tukunutu ninda kla da bono lotu da lotu bakaristo yana domestic violence na pornography status hange lako bakenga. So saba kasamta sonungun don maram kirubital sa tunibiko. I think enough of us just going to church. The sali lutu chinga. I think it's time for us to take church outside into the street. The real people who need the church are out there. Yeah, but we look forward to go to church every Sunday. Oh, kangona, this is a challenge for us believers. Na sa live na lutu sangay postak nga na ngaba ya the chick. Disconnect chick no
Vinaka valusara nga Amele no mo sema na mursa tika buna mai na ulutaga. It's a very sensitive topic vambulu chubike mdina sema tiku mai akini starambi bulu Vinaka randini Rosa Ratu bulu Vinaka karua na sema tiku mai Santa Rosa bikim di kita na barong tiku mai ngona matai ni lawa marama na sotal bangala turaga na suritir tiku mai na ulutaga ngo. Au sana no makine mo bantak matanga no koy bata merau ninda veitalanoa tabi wasei bikim ni talanga na barong tiku mai ni te petaka mai na bekai tiku no baka sama menda wili bata tiku na veitalanoa no musa tiku buna mai na veitalanoa chokabiti sali tomana mo Amele baka sama tagalistale no babaru tiku nento veitalanoa na kabinko Ilustal tiku no baka sama kla nangone ni rando wasaki kina nangone leo weekend nangone da wasaki kina menda bakawati sange lako na baka mau sange lako na itatau naki sema tu na vuvale do rong Vinaka na wasei tau ni sa tatau naki o ngone leo kina no na mata vuvale au kento vale sui tali tiko Amele patiki chokabeti baka da venda sa ngule dama na wasei ya tau ya nang kenangan revi meleki maroroi katango maki na ngone leo ngo kento uboto chukumebi na wasei ni do tukune ngone leo ngo na ni tu sini kau na ni tu loma ni vale ngona ni tu saki so na matangali bosa sa rongo Vinaka ento the buti oti ngai bita na bola se bita na pak sa rongo mai ni sa lomo kutiko se lo boto tiko na ngone lengo sanga dola ko chungu baka sama o doro bo ko bi mo kutiko embo baka sama takambe ka se na no lista le na bosa ni bita to na kia choka beti ndo mo ndo ba madala tikina ya na bimbi no da reta lesu ni ro erua na doro bo ndo ngone le mero bi baka wati na bimbi ni belo mane na lo mani bali choka beti ngai ngolen bi Amele
Yo kila ndo na kambimbi toka ya na loma na vekawaitaki na vevakamoti ndo na kalevu ya na vevakamoti me baka ni barta kachingori ni sala ko tikuna ngono sale ngule davi na vosa anda me mobilitaka ni ndana me koroni kwaya ko timingo ana me lomani kwaya ana me marroi kwaya anda sasang mbeka ni nanu mana tikina ya kala ni Veo mana salah kating mai beta neambaki. Sembere nimbala besar. Satiku na bosa Iya. Oke, level na pakai warta ketika ya Mrs. Tarakinikini na bosa oke dan itu ke ana biya bosa mandanga na tikina na bosa mandanga. Nimber lak mandana mo kuna da usut indo mandana kali una bosa. Na non dando bosa. Na non dando bosa vakalielia orintu kuna batendo da butu tuna bosa enda sini wakasamata na kena mbimbi ni bosa ya we koe e rongo da tikuna bosa because it affects us no? Le taranda bakasama na londa e bakmabota kana yalo ni tamata ni rongo da ndona bosa e tautu mai bakada bakasambalia e tautu mai nel ni zunro na bosa da e senga mande ni bosa da na bosa da ia na bosa kita nga e tau mai o tau ratu mai o kama del ni dunru ke ndonga na bosa sa tau mai e senga ni Vinaka mai na namu na kena tau mai I can put it Iyo ya sa wili tik mai kina na verbal abuse no sa bosta kan don tamata bosta ka indua bosta ki kwa bakada tiko na wali ni bosa ikoro ni o mbiuta mo buke kina na namlen val so whoever you're in relationship with whoever you're speaking to iyo o deso iko bosta kina tiko na bosa endara ni bosa taka mo na bosa rani mo baka ngata na bosa rani banga taka merin to rong Vinaka tokin na bosa biatusa critical criticisms we might say ombi to Vinaka na to num bosa mo kuni baka mabota kana yalo ikwa ko bosa tikukin endo na kalevu no garona na bosa na ni tukun tingo na bosa rambele tingo na bosa batikan do bosa ver luvenda kada bosa ver na watinda kada bosa ver na luvenda leva na ngona kada bosa ni ver na luvenda o sambele tingo na bosa na ai lili ulu pau na rima tanggali bosa ndando katu mina koro umena ndo katu be ndo tuntu be na ndanda mimi ngone ndanda you know it hurts that word hurts Sindo ndo tukayo kabi kwa but veo mos veo na você mendo tukundu veo na ndanda era katu baka veivalе tu veira baka nothing mendo me tukundu na você sono você enda tukundu ver na ngone ver na luvenda se ver no enda no mutu nilasa baka tukundu chika Mrs. Tarakinikini enda no mutu nilasa me kani veivalе tu me so baka também como ele ainda isso era que era seni baka samta kan baka ni baka lili tiko ya baletin desa rongo da tunga sa normal tu weekend na matanggal bos baya bos tunga bayan na irangasi da sala mur irnangon da sana number irnangon okay this is okay yo sandoni tingo yo te langsung da kavango bos tunga ni masambelia bos tunga ba berbera bos tunga ba veitalia siningarono na ito tu ni mosa Windu na tamata. Otik singkila na loi kwa na ngone ai wastik kina tapatik mbeka na ngone anda mbeka na ka ndende so tapatik na ngone pe kongeli kureta le na lenga ne wasti ni waku ko baya so na kambe ka so tapa make me onana so tapa make me bulda kata dona dredre dona ka kelak tu ngamai ngemi total twin so na wasa kata biko Sanga mi kurni kain we ko so that it's up na mental stress sanga mi baksa man takatu nakakita nga sanga lako tu the wirtu ina nonta bakasam the wirtu mleta no mosa tu na bosa sa to mina bosa o sa nanu tu for years it will go o nanu tu na bosa na siniel na bosa o nanu tu it'll keep rewinding you'll keep remembering it na laku tibeteli o salak mai ke pe o manda no salak mai ngoi Amerika sa tuike na ka ke so ta mai biti e tu pina tu ke O bakana no matus, ngono sange lak mikina, affecta ki o mentally. Na vosa walenga. Dini usasi ni tiko watiki kwa ya. Ya na vosa lak tiko. Rarongo tiko lak rarongo de tiko na vosa ya. Na tu ni vosa na tu ni lak mikina na vosa ya. Na tu ni vosa ya. The harsh, the harshness of that word, yeah. It affects us mentally. It affects us mentally.
O kila ni ko chokabeti nungwe ko angas ni buli angas ni buli may biti o kila ni bunga na marama bunga talanga na ngonela era na parong chukumay era na rere na lako duru mo talanga so na bika o ba madal taka chuko na tawni bosa tawni bosa so na ngone era do kai bina kada tal momo may na bimbi ni bosa do to mai sanga do toto tu mosi tu lako tu bakana baka utukun chuka baka sam takatu kambi tunga ngo sawo chunga bidana yamba kasi tunga bi ko pamadal takamanda choka bechi ke baka rawa na bika wala ko ruma baka leka leka nga kena ngoni salada ba choka bechi ulam baleta kina nan renre wala ko ruma baleta sobir na ngone lewa so tanga bir marama barong tu mingo erna berongo da baleta ni wala ko ruma talanga choka bechi do sange ngolen bi amel se daba sona nona rai ena vuku ni bika ona wasia choka bechi nan renre wala ko o babi ni Vinaka bi kemuru kana maram ana mursule tu mena muru ngone lebu me muru mi talanoa tu ndora kan renre ngo menta mai wasia na non talanoa we rabaro ngo chukum ngo ndora kan rababi ni Vinaka nak choka bechi
Vinaka lebu Dr. Teresi bulare mili randini ela pina Vinaka lebu na semtik Vinaka ni kwa ya na veo manda nangulak turum tik me ndana ngona balabu ya sangi kila na mental abuse, mental stress, emotional stress, and lebu naka nilaptik mana po se turtik mana affecta ki kanda mentally lako tiko sana lebu naka budin manu makasama ikusan pakasama tak me lebu naka ni sali lako to the extent men sali ni sali sibia ikusan kelaman na nada mo lita kaba o klasa ngono sandu kelaman na nada mo kaba simula wive na lebu nikando sataba yo mesomana nomni taro Dr. Teresi nimbernio selakumai nimbernio ngelakumai wana sali aframikina yan the physical netunchu elakchu mena mental emotional sangelakumai to the physical sali outmai into the physical ausa biterngi kya au even donambongi kito unro bakabitinani waguni bina kani tiko na tame kito lewu o ko tu ada but serngame bi na pasango ko ya kala iku mala ko vertano bisa la ko le ripote ko bernya la ko le ripote ki ko bertino san roya ni vertano en andar mbong ting se baroi so matak ni sing tambe asa kito bi basing lebot sa ka yang bimbi ngai balengo straight to the police station la ko le ripote ki ko nimbernya la ko vale la ko metiken gayat ndona kay muri ko sa chiku vertano bisa na nomor ripote patu sintel tak na kata kartingo biko ya no tua kana ko sarang nga sibua iyo ya ko sangi mo maten ni bindo virto vira mendo man mi tukna veo like blete kenda na bili report ken dua kenda na numir tel na wekan kenda na numtel ngona sa verna kayang but for us women na nandam mula en rendre kenda na numi kenda na numi irna luvengu that kiba kona tiko iki kiba kona wasa titik ngaro nando na lenga levundi na never be ona rin mabosar bakata balet ni sala kutik mana mabola lai nando na singa nanga ya takin nando na kali besar na sindro nenda bosa titik mana ya bena kabi ni total lebu ya pas kasana beo ni bando ngike ni mbimbi ngike bando no sar na police station ala kin bitar ni to nung report en arawanga police station chikanda no ngane lebu ke usara ba vamos a alta casa kia veo nada muda kaba but it's the first time for me so singkala la muda kaba sangi kau kau okay ni mata kan yo en mata kan la kusara to the family court limit mo le fel ta kan nungu kai care for domestic DVRO, the restriction order.
Right.
Kasi ngiba matakaltak vio na ngonele umbaka na tamo takaba visa iyo. Babisa ngo kando bira no ngone guli mo na primary school. So wabi Vinaka ve even ya vuku na tamane ai. Ko ba mataltak sera vio na kamo takam. Lako bertungo le faltakin no le impitikin na faltakin no case orto nange takaba na DVRO. Yo ko sera nga sange ba ka unu takabut ya. Like it took me the whole day. It took the whole day the next day. Andam certain casa que dir tal manum kisi me da kan vel me rongo de kina na kisi sanggelak me balo sanggelak ngelis me balo sa torchi ko me na nang copy. Kala I was so what's the word? Empowered. It's so empowering to have that in my hand. Like it gave me power. Like he can't do anything now. I have this. Next time he does something, I have this, and the police are going to help me. So bakando na ko kole wesle bi ona tikini pepa ya. Even though tikini pepa tiko, tiko kin na ko ko ni erto na bukiyaw. Pasin rin mi ta kapital tan ka biya umlin tiko biya ngo. Kaya nangin do na kapital na kaba. Sana lak sarang ikan na law. So yan na kausangi ra kaba ta teteris. Nakabaliw.
Vinaka chokavete me vakani lako curuma na dredre na no matapupale me vakani tu vitalanoa taka chukumai na veka dredre nge me adu muri sa teka vuchumai me na kalalai me vakan ro tukuna chukumai sa ngone teka buena bosa na bosa mbeke enda mbedi kina se menta butuki sombo sangai lako tiko mai sangai tarana nonta pakasama sangai tarana ya lonta sangai tos chukumai sa tos chukumai sangai lako dake sara kina kena sa lako sara ngana ibalu lako sara ngana linga ko ngani kina umarota kana no sema na dredre lako curuma chokavete rava bini Vinaka chukumbengo ira na barong tiko mai na nonta bibi wasei ni ko anda bibi wasei tak sara ngasi ngoni saladaba menda muria balate sobira na ngone leon bekar barong tiko mini ko sara marama bakaira siang beka nikila na tau merataka era na kau tali taka na kau tukuna family support na nomdo tali busaranga liu taka saranga mai na nona toko ni kemdo na bitinani ando na kau tali taka chokavete babi ni Vinaka benom to tali sangai ngolen bertono bisa sangai ngol sal bertona mata bilawai bekem ni na pakarong tiko mai Klani sobi kem ni lako curuma talanga ngon salango ke baka ni bakarong tiko meron ni wasea chat na beka ni lako curuma se ni tara ni Vinaka ni me wasea taranga no ko bata ni na suri talanga ka sul tulanga lal mo ni ngole mai Amele roma tanga ni to baka madale na beka ba madale me kino chokavete na chokavete
na valevu chokavete na me wasei na vika o lako curuma this is not a very easy thing to talk about. So, I can see as you shared, there's a bit of, I can hear in your voice, because you're talking about it publicly. So I'm very proud of you because through the things that we go through, all those storms that you've been through, there's a purpose for it, for you to be able to help someone else, show them what to do. Yeah, we came in a mingo, vitano tektingo na domestic violence. It's kind of become a cliche word, maybe. What is domestic violence? So really, it's a pattern. Ojowi ni kla tegbunga na bosa meliado besar ni sa laksar na ling. So it's a pattern. Isini tegbunga sa andona kalio beado sa li lo romba sar seo mokulek sar value. So tegbuchik me balai and we allow it to happen. Kenda senging wanalai main dona nonda culture to kenda ni tuki tikolo sio kuni bosa ulkawe, that's abuse, which we don't really think it is, but that's really abuse. Yeah, so we all guilty to this, nanda community okianda like baka normal to weekend na matagal veitalanoa ya so na matagali so na sei viti baka normal to bir na was da so baka kanilasa to weekend baka talanga sa become normal and we accept it, but it is wrong. And how do you know there's a violence going on or there's an abuse going on? And the signs, we can say there are signs, verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse. Even when I just quickly read that before we came, financial abuse, I never thought that there is something called financial abuse. So no marama ke ora tiko veivalе, sindo solvir na ilavo. Kakethanga merbang tangan dona ilapulili sa vostaki. Sono marama edakadaka ia na ni bisu mi bango na nilabe kot kethme misulevi watina. It's no kind of sharing. So there is an abuse going on in there. Yeah. Dava menda da kava ni sa yave. I mean, this topic is quite personal to me because I have relatives who are going through some form of abuse. And then when I come to try and highlight the abuse, I get to be the bad person. Gori, but it's okay. I'm fine with that as long as my relative is helped. Yeah. Sa tuivi tinabuno kendar ni lako kina American go to na helpline mongirita levuno kan sa klatunga bararamba to 911 but this hotline for any kind of abuse you're going through. During the COVID pandemic, there was a rise in domestic violence. But in the sati wat ketunga vale, gay wakasamtak na nanda mbula ni tuki. The levuno na kenda mbula kla we live together. 2-3 nuclear family live together, extended family, father, mother, their children, their husbands, and all their children. So grandchildren, 3 generations live together in a family. And normal to be can there. Ya na set up and na abuse. But the abuser is always someone familiar to the victim. Ni Indona kango irnanda sini adolanga abuse virna maram. So talanga turanga abuse taki. So we can maram nanda wasa saranga sanda abuse tikirtunga no tin the bising. You this, you that. Na kakivanda bale we irango. So most of us women are guilty of that too. Ko bamadal takchigo joy na wasa ndona ka mosi. Sandalinga simi sendana numutinga na wasa atau weekenda. And we all need to talk about it so that we can be healed. This is not a feeling that you just suppress and it will go away because it's somewhere deep inside there that it has to come out so that you can be healed. Some of the victims, they've been abused so much that they don't know any other life, nothing better. They so used to that, so normal to be. Yeah. Dona kango no bisa nakta ni wasei tiko no kandor ngojo ini non ratu tali usra tu no lako no bisa gondo no kando dredre weekend mu report taki no good neighbor mu korto na chico seni vale tai baka loma mando atalia na loma da kyo report ono buke rau ni semberni dona lenga yade o buke ko abi mo kutiko o que com a talega moku tiko tarro na lenga de semberniado sangue dani sa na lenga it's too late so me kende klana marama na bono kende ren lako kina you can tell a friend this is what's going on at home and we have to help each other, lift each other up instead of taking that story somewhere else sa levo na bali lotu le redin tal if you can't find a trusted friend that you can talk to or go to a lawyer. Just don't suffer by yourself. If it's really too much, just leave. Go stay somewhere until let steam off. Then separation is better rather than staying together and continue just to face the heated argument until it's too late. Kesa kuko na viwasaki, walk out. Kundo kachikun ninda kervibu kesin kerambalea that you are weak, ni komol malum se meba matua tikikwe. Senga, sinikani mantua nakan. Everybody has something going on in their life. People like to, you can see a woman coming to work dressed up so well, beautiful outfit, jewelry. You don't know what's going on behind that pretty face, behind that beautiful outfit. So sometimes we really have to look with intention. Kundarengan daresar, look with intention, look with your ears, look with your heart. Nendarita na kayado wabu kitiki anda tiko, Kuna sando na kana live ni sexual abuse ala activity, father to their biological father to their daughters, uncles to, grandfathers and so much. Ya, kanda sanu ni kanda hari de chinga irenga na marama abuse tek chigo ko atukona. So talana turaga abuse tek tal chinga, So men too need help. Dona ma kanya usangalikila na police station ni totongo sa tikutanaki nandona specifically sexual abuse unit. So they are very professional in their work. So talanganangon now in this day of social media, parents, we have to be aware there's a lot of bullying going on social media. All these things, gets to people different levels. People get affected emotionally, people lose their, people become insecure. Although because nonda was very these deep feelings and deep things that's going on, emotional insecurity, and ko tarong tiko ilu sa libu nango nantarida na vimalu isa activity kla kenda ni tuki ndona kana nonda itowe maroroe na nonda viwakani ko bakada butetiko ya Dr. T ni ndona ngonele bawa titaki the Koyan nonda wateki ndona kana nonda le maroroe because we are a communal society. Yeah, nangonongo bakasa I don't know. I haven't lived in Fiji. I've been away for a long time, but what are we doing? So we all have to hold hands to fight this. Sa libuna kaya sa durumina drugs. So the problem has become very complex. It's not as easy as just talking about it. It's nungu lirongo ni sa saranga irnango ni bully nirle bully. A father putting drugs in the son's backpack to take to school, megalida kana pick up kurbuli. Go viti. It's not the Fiji that I left in 2001. It's a completely different Fiji. And everywhere, I'm sorry, I don't want to judge people, but everywhere I go, I see cover bar. What is this for?
I'm
not used to that. USB outside USB in Donna Cloud, there's a cover bar there. So girls, boys, what are the social implications that come from this kind of thing that's been allowed? I think this started all in the previous government. But maybe if, with my husband's job, we've become part of government. These are things that needs to be regulated. Even on the korba viti, na kakavu talbio, ni takndaba na songa tirna ngonela merle musu kakana. Yo domena besin vikito na mus kakana chico. So really, this is the only social thing that we know. I'm sure we can do other things. We Fijians, we play sports. We can do so many other things to use our time on. Yo tonge so tanaka baby mix, eh? You know, if my family is listening, they know I don't like people drinking grog. So, so please don't judge me. I'm just sharing my observation after being away for so long. When I come back to Fiji, I never see my mother drinking grog when I was growing up. So to me, that's what I saw my mother doing. You know, eh? And you look at them also little na tadingur na cousins. I tell them straight, look at your skin, you're young, you should look beautiful than the way you look right now. But now I mean, I'm going a bit off topic, but these are some of the things I find. I don't know what's the simple cure, how do we solve all these problems. I don't have a straightforward answer. But what I can say, menda kerena vivuke, report one visa, report na social welfare, report virtual women's crisis center. You know, I took a relative to the women's crisis center. They are so protective, even when you walk in. Na binding, like you can have private conversations. Like a lot of elements in government need to be involved because sandali social welfare, but because of the confidentiality agreement, they can't tell the police what's going on at home. And sometimes marama nga korli report sa the virto tukin melikono bisa sara bisu talalomandra, they don't want to report. So na yadabano bis sarli report. So talingana we kalista laktal mitin wir lako li withdraw tak na report kun report teki kwe. You know, we have to do we have to be a good citizen. Yeah? On the tabi bakaleoni bono on don bakaleoni bono menta kila ni korreiden dona ka dala the kabakin dona ka kuningalu blatini nangili yadana lenga sambera. So I'd rather someone looks at me badly, but I know deep down inside, and do and there are laws created for this purpose. Wakango America irna ngoni buli. Kebaka kindergarten ndanga preschool. If the child doesn't know how to use the toilet, the bathroom, and sini bataremele buli. Batonga sini buli tambu ni ndalavana nona zip seme mbit sombuno na isulu meren bang tak nangon lilengwa na valilai. The child has to be potty trained to go to school. Balatangon na abuse kosaya tu. So that's the law. If your child doesn't know how to use is not potty trained, your child cannot go to school. And for preschool or kindergarten. I don't know whether that's a law now or not. But ang gosranga na bunurati ko kina na abuse. Weekend na bakawati. I mean, I've been married 33 years. We are two hot-headed people. Oyando kama winning but I'm married to a cool-headed person. When the kitchen is hot, there's a lot of heat. Somebody has to be humble enough to walk away. But I guess as we age, we become wiser. You know, the little things that used to bother us doesn't really bother us anymore. We have bigger things to deal with right now. So we're not like you know, we wasei tiko na dona nerobi wasaki batiki una punda koi na on the radio station in California. Because she asked me the question, you know, you've been married for that many years, what's the secret? Okay, one of the things that my husband and I were put through some of our friends, we went through something called the marriage enrichment program or the marriage encounter, where we were taught to communicate, to dialogue. This is run by the one Catholic priest, he passed away, Father Bransfield. But it's a program, even here, we have it in the Catholic churches here. At first I thought, you know, because I'm not a Catholic girl, I said, no, I don't want to go and do anything like that. I'm reading my Bible, that's enough for me. But that's a bit of pride there. right? Until I went and I learned the gift that I learned from this, the gift to communicate effectively. We talk about everything. And a lot of relationship breakdowns, hali yadong na badu na vimoko, but in isangati ko na vivosaki. There's no communication, there's no dialogue. Irna nanda bakawatibo, nanda itabi kianda na samatua menda babulidira. Or put them through counseling, so no nanda reda na kanda bosta, ndo kasamta kirna bawatibo, lebu na ngona veivala ba, nanda itabi kianda na sanda matuto. Invest in a couple. Find a couple, invest in them. Help them so that their marriage can succeed, because the first 5 years of that marriage is the most difficult time. The statistics have shown that if a couple can stay together for after 5 years, there's hope in that marriage. So in that first 5 years, all of us who've been married for a long time, we can't marama, marama tina, na korkoro, na lotu. Look for a young couple, invest in them, do life with them, have breakfast with them, take them out for lunch, invite them to your house. You are building a better marriage. You are helping build a strong marriage. No more experience kid. I remember ni kersen gave you tinibo. So no one me was a matemikito, was a list. Yendo ge reni bango ndo ba mingo na maramati nangu bio. Kona mbito mi na linga musun. So I was learning from her, from my mother. Yeah, nandi tabi kenda. Me sember ni na physical abuse. Itu na kara ni zaka. I mean, I'm just sharing my own experience. And that's one thing we have to do. That's leadership. So you've been married for a reason. You've been married for 10 years for a reason. You've been married for 20 years for a reason. It's not something to flaunt that I've been married for so long. Because these 33 years, I can tell you, it's not always rosy. So those storms that I've been through, there's a purpose for it. And that's one thing I want to share today. We can marama, adopt a couple. Adopt a family. Singatambu, siritirto mai, Nikwa kito neronganele wulichiko university. On reba nambong yung mulikuti kwa me weekend iban. So I feel she's been away for a few weeks. I want to just bring her just to, come back home, come get used to the home life again before I take you back tomorrow. Kituli basingale unikwa. Wasar mingo ndo vira nungungonele. Me urima danindo kungu. Ndona kian marama ndambiti kina. E kanan dondo tiko. Sarako, Mom, she's eating by herself. Yes, hotel rebook sar. O tukun sarvana dorbo kwa safety kito tiko. O kerena nona mbili kona kian marama ndambiti kika. Mikito soma. Tun sarako mo tukuna vikwa nindo siang o kerem kun tukuni buan. So every day as you go out, make it a point, who can you bless today? I'm sure I'm not the only one who does things like a lot of people do this. My victim, do things quietly to help somebody. What I put on Facebook is not what I do. What I do privately doesn't go on Facebook. What I put on Facebook is meant for Facebook, is to share
To
happy
inspire.
things. Yeah. But there are other sad things going on behind the scenes that I cannot share on Facebook. So, the salo to tiko, the tiko na viokani, ya dava non de tabi, wakan dona leni wanua. You have a role, a duty as a good citizen to speak up when you see something wrong. Wasei, ya me wasei na bonua don but ke se na talanoa le lako le mabota le kina ro ya vitik virona len. Ye nuk sabe bu kenda no balon rato Vinaka non rato dan ka ked marra. That's one simple thing. I don't have all the solution. I don't have all the answers, but au wakasamtaka chiko, that's one simple example that anyone could use. Back to you, Dr. T.
Se Vinaka, vale besar Amele, totoka vakauche, mtanga namro was chuko na marama rua, santo na kana libu ni kau papa la chungoi matangu, opa bidi binak sarbali, buli besar ngar bidi binak tikumai, and a big kan rua se, me baka otun chuko Amele, we don't have the answer for everything, but these Talanoa sessions is meant to empower. If it touches someone's life, santo na vivu kilivu, tu takapa na marama. Na kai Vinaka ni ko ai Vinaka vale besar Amele Joey ni seberanga ni medava na to veitalanoa na marama ni bole Vinaka bikim na sema tiko mai andi ula mila bakalalambure do bole Vinaka bakambule tiko na popale na uli na vema mata popale na diri mata popale na wanga di papalai mata popale na mbuatava Vinaka vale na sema tiko mai na sigbera ni ko Joey no sile talango bikim ni na ngona keranga ni to ngani pakasala ona no mona wasei bera na marama ra bakarong tingo sobe kana ngone leo se so talanga na turang o talita kasanga na kanro wasei mai bosi na katuku na Amele so ngona na dredre talanga ra lako turu mutal chunga na turang ko no chikina na programungo era na suri talanga mai so na turanga era lako turu mutal chunga na dredre menta mai bi wasei bata na ibata batango choka beti Vinaka.
Na valeu, Dr. T. Mana may waktu kena nunggu lebih tahu na kami ko Vinaka tunga mana may we wakaya longa ngatake we kenda na marama nangone lewa ke wakaya nda sotavatiko na we wakalom taki bango. Klando na kandrin rebi kenda mendando enda da bukalau. Enda lengataka na bosa ni tamata, enda lengataka na rai ni tamata, enda lengatakir na vekanda. Kena rongo-rongo ni nanda matuvali. Ser na dabarna en rongo-rongo dambe ka nanda matuvali ke baka may vitosi no nanda yadan dana kamal tana matuvali. Kena may ve serre, may yadan ve serre, sana ve mbiu, sana ve serre, endeli baksamta ka liuna kango enda bak vera kakita ngo enda lakman enda bakasam alangon enda lakado rumah tiku kina na kabango vio manda ngo keda na kawo bak na numai na dava na rangi tamata na bosta ni tamata na rongo rongo enda na rongo rongo da matin sinda na kabina kango ni saliad tu bango na matuwai io na numa na nongumbula ona no mnungumbula ron vengo ni sindando me yado tikungo nan vendua tam sakani stambonin sinindo me ndondo me sotavatiko nambula bango me lako tiko na linga vendua tali na be bakalo mataki bango singin ndondo me yado vendua sin kyo sotavatiko alo Vinaka wakasamtaka na namumbula mambula waksamtak mananga na mambula iko me kunio yado me banda sa mirenda na mada sauti na lenga ni kelera asalin dua sarna extreme ni saliado sarna na lenga na vosa data ki mananga so viriki nandona ka o sa vostaki na ve matangali vosa dada sindondo morada sindondo me tau veiko as a mother, as a wife, sindondo me tau vaya weekenda, we got to do something. We got to do something. Kaya kaya sinindo lak mai weekenda na beokani ente kilani already tiko ni ati vaya veindo na bekamo. Alvina kalako of support le kabi ko areda tulako. Kuni tiko ike ikona nge mabole undona singa sena undona singa ona matisar me kuniado sarna kaya do mata sawati prevent this, we need to do something. Iko rani ho lako. Was to be so, ke indua, ke maganda marama, ndona ngane leo, o sa tawat tiko na Tarakinikini mbulang koka, ana no mbula wakawati, ana matu veivalе, ala Vinaka, na no mbula. Endua ngana no mbula. Ke onda mabo mananga sa ando na lega lewe, ambla te iko sana sindron yung garau na lubem. Ke onga ilenga serra, sa eli sarwandua. Ode nangere virtu na ngone. Ode nangere vir na ngone, ertumingo ka. Bala tendrona ka sa ya fondo. O sa lenga ken kerua o turaga sana lembiu sana lako na lau and levis. So both parents are gone. Rosaeli rorongo ronando no mero visus. Rosaeli roro, they are out of the pitch. Rosto san gela ka virtu na ngone ertutungo. Ode nangere vira. Erlak bumbu, wira sangas dali tunga, serlak neki momo, serlak tata lilai, so vakalevu, so vierna lako kina, wira talga indi tuna non rendi matawal. And then ale you vaka bulan ka talibir, adding burden to what they already have, burdening them. Naman ka sa baksam tagtigan, onalak man dibe, pinapono na libo kikin. Ingo tiko rorua, we kanda ke olak zurumati ko el Vinaka to zake olako. Kuna no manda na rong sena vosa sena tal na no mbola. Molako. Nro mbola. Okay, osada ka ba olako onro o lako na ba virtano visa le fel tak no report lako na DVRO lako serve na lawa ko lako le bela wai le somo na fine. Pasni vi ko tawe na rong. Out man with the wrong and with all the cultural thing. Nanumbol. Your life is important. No one else will come. And I may the cover na bingaravia me bakana no mungaravira. We're telling an alalomungori. You can only give that to your child, to your children. You can make yalikina. So we can take on the lako Vinaka, do something about it, ikoran lako. La vertano visa, weekend we was weekend na veokan, ke ore dendo la kalibi boke. Pakada ka ba ni tutali ko sa kasar na veo. Nem bimbi nga balengo, wando don sa na rewang ka police station. Ke to ati me rewang ka ngone. Wando sa rike rewang ka police station, nimber nyo la veivalе. Asin na ka tmo ngerong sa ndona kaya do veivale. Menge ke bakangi raka erndo na kayo muri mesati ko na police station na no report ya nakatu kono kwa that support ba binak we ni totally nya to kono bi na bosea ya na tua kanan dina saranga itu kono kwa lako vertano bisa e reporte ko sintalita kana ka tingo bi me balom teki kutuwango balom teki mndo ti pa bitinani ko sin me da kabango go sin ni to mbula ba ko matu bale sin sun me na mbula bango. Asarang na wastu kona bimbi ngeke lako na police station lako limbite kina lawa you gotta teach him a lesson.
Right.
You can continue to do this. Okay, so wastu ngaya weekend na biokani ore dendua lako koti koya ke rere kona lako le koti koya do lako ndule bebu ke kana lebu ke nambula nindo na tamata nambula talenga nindo na veivalе irna ngone ratiko ya eranga meroke. Vinaka wale hu doktaris. Ayo kira mo sa tataw talaga nga we kimunro ka na marama. Mo sa tiyaw sara. Saan wale sara piko. Vinaka wale. Nawale na bisrit may doktaris. Nawale Mrs. Tarakinikini na beto mani mana veitalanoa na kami nglavu. Sababu nakatigeni na mo binakatiko.
Tandon. Vinaka start sa kabeti. Kalau nggak kecil, Vinaka mo na may wasei.
Kimnikir na warong tingmay na kami nglavu. Vinaka.
Naka. Nakatrakavetsisa totoka vakaotsena nona
Bibi.
vosa tunga moko na be kaya lako tu ruma au ni taka ni na tara e vunga weekend ni bakarong tu mena ka bina ni kwa Mr. Kinikino sa sila tala tu be ko na ngona kea mo la tine na ta veitalanoa na mataya ni glau.
Iyo, vinavale Dr. T, totoka na madalo Joey, ko bakando tu tegu veitalanoa. We all agreed this is a complicated issue, eh? And there's so many factors involved. Eh? There's no straight answer. Yeah, matenika ko sa madal tak chika joy. Report tak mano visa se draw sini class on the biol tak to ko se French leave. It's better to take a French leave than to be there and then something happen. Eh? Bakanda do lenga tak tu na stigma eh? Non the culture kenda. Oro veivalere ro ya saran ro tinan retu eh? Ya sarang na bunungan rebikin non the veibuke. Ya, do talangana ka etik talangi ke ko madal tak chukilyo na onong ko ibiti it's become more complicated but na drugs eh sa chikona drugs eh alcohol involved eh poverty eh na lenga bay labo na ka kedengo affecta kana na nonda mbula na visinga kenge siang tal ninda kilana kalau sange lenga tal there's no anchor yeah. But the sitting to a sini so tavan don andre kenda keda ndo tavan andre yeah nonda mbula ba biwa kani me banga ngavta kitale menda vilo mani dina sara menda rida naka nda kuni ringa turn a blind eye da reda da rani davan da rani da kina da buke ke kauseng rani buke satu na bunwe sa baru tekitu mana maten tu sona NGOs rani da lako kina mandali kerbi buke kina sona veivale lotu na different ministries in different churches that can help out so sa libu na bunwe rani da buke kina Iya so mandanga era lak curumi tiko na lenga era seng tu nani kila na bunu eren rali kerbi bukikin. Ko babi nakin wali bikim ni Dr. T, you raising awareness, mengi wasei talanga, where can people go when they need help? Which number you can call? Or have a friend that you can call, Mo kakin kiro somebody bala talura ni lakom deani, or something. Just don't keep it to yourself. Kuni o ngalu tiko mo mando ataka tiko ni nakilai ni robi bal tiko wabiwetini. You're not the first and you won't be the last. Eu kong bangana nuku tatau menda kervi buke o kianda na rai tiko kunda rengan da rai saran da banandaku. Be the good Samaritan. You can always do something. Helping doesn't mean you have to have money to help. Everybody can help. Everyone can speak up. Everyone can say something. Everyone can do something. Ninda sarre na lenga da lebi buke. Kaya sa sinranyo buke marroi kundi lako lebi tabian o lebi baltal kina. Yang girita nga no bisa. Me lang no bisa. That's the best place to start. So nanguna kung na ko ebi mo kuti ko kotalanga ngandra na bi buke. So let's not judge the man that's doing that. Maybe he also needs help. Kuya ni sa sange involved to na alcohol and drugs. Sange berberangai. But God is our healer. And God can, there's possibilities with God. He can do anything. So don't try to be the hero. Don't try to be the superwoman. Don't try to be the super mom to do everything. Look for help. There's hope. There's hope. And as complicated and difficult as it is, I'm very optimistic. There's still hope if we all decide to do something about it.
Sebenarnya kembali besar Amele somo cukup main total na Taraga o ela tau ela ang gadi papalang na House of Sarah tiko talaga so na support system na community Devil Road di Suba ngosa na ponua bikim ni na barong tiko mai ke sombe ka bikim ni na maramo ni stop chika na dredre back na puno mo ni ngoli kina ke tikum back sona no ni matu balo ni back na ngoli kina gondo na bonoro ni bitar kina na House of Sarah and ang toboli me baka sa tukun chuk me Mr. Kinkin and ang biwe ni na number di telefoni na bibo no ni bibu ke so muni ngoli kina ke baka ni ngan na bibu ke isa Amele binakabale besar Viki muruka na marama ke chokaveti Hutson na mursule tume na murungona na matabi ni levu au kila ni muru maramo so sururua singa baro wai chuku bikin to Amerika ia umaro tiki ni tu mentampe pata dume veitalanoa bi wasei sarenga en yalo e raram yalo e ngalala baleta na bier to doko to ni levu ena tara e dona marama do talanga na bubali se do talanga na turanga kena no na bubali awabi di binak sar to vakalevu binak bali besar na no mu ronga da no ker mol malu mengole atu yau kila na ner dor vital na tekini levu sa do ner na no mar tekini na baro chko mai do tal ne robi wase ni se berni dor bi ba mo taki sol talanga la kabikemu
Dino, sa check ya.
Isa, nakavale besar bikim ni nabarong ti kumai, nakavale na nomni siya mamai, ang gonga nito siya mo chikan ngoy Hawaii, California bat ke New York, kito tol na marami to ke, kito bakit tiko ngoy Amerika, dora ka na ken tari kito tiko na kaya kito kumay viti, kito na numuti ko yani na mata bubali, ni marama tao kila resibo, e nangunan render to lako durumuti ko nangunongo, wako sibi berto nangoni, kena bubali, e nakorba katurango na reo, en ono bakturang onandi abna bale besar mel salolom tu yatu total na ngona total na ulutaga na kaila kumimper ano ga bitar tar lat mo tak manda
Na vale Dr. T, lolong vale ni bana turang we kangu kerto na ngoni. Kalunga tetik na bengarabi bikim ni talanga na nonda ni barong tik mai kim ni na we kangu ni barong tik mai binaksar vale na vitoko ni mai kena biwase. Pambuto ni na soli bakasama weekenda. Satu na itawi medana itawi kina na bukini kiana bukina langango. Ni kalunga tetik ni badengu nonda batetik na loma ni kalu.
naka mo tak manda naka sa rong Vinaka dina na nonro maybe wasei tiko choka veti Hutson kay Amele Tarakinikini and nito mendan pe mata toka na kabi na ni kuwa sika baka rawai tiko bikito ko Amerika kito no me kito may wasei taka nga may baka ni sa muta katakat sar tiko na tuku ngo ulutang ngo may nanondo po no ibiti sa muta ka di ulutang raw eu menina no makina me eu baka nga taka na no ko bata menda veitalanoa kina na dela ni loma kena dela ni biko itaki kena nono toko ni uir na buba lera lako duru mutiko na dredre ena ngonongo kewa turanga lako duru mutiko na ngonan dredre ena ngan revi talanga na bibu ke mongole ni bikim ni weketa na marama ir talanga na ngone leo sombek talanga lako duru mutu na dredre ngo era baka itau tiko beka sa tiko butal chunga mera lo wadu tiko dindir se rabi itau tiko nga sana bi kabang ko ndur menda vitalanoa tak menda bi usi mekilai na bonoro ni ngole bukina na bibu ke nganreba au sababu di Vinaka ni bikim ni na lo mangani tina menit mengo ero na sema tiko mikina eta ngone rong ke sesi Bex Peterson ulu tanga talanga go to bitalo tiko kina non roasea na be kanden re rola ko Roma. Vinaka vale na nomni sema mai ne mota ko mata valala. Naka.